You're lying in bed. It's 11 at night. You've been trying to sleep for 40 minutes. Your phone is face down on the nightstand, but you already picked it up 3 times. Your mind won't stop. You're replaying a conversation from this afternoon. You're thinking about tomorrow. You're remembering something embarrassing you said 3 years ago, for absolutely no reason, at 11 o'clock at night. Now take all of that away. Take away the phone, the bed, the room, the building. Put yourself on the ground, cold ground, under a skin blanket. 20 other people sleeping within arm's reach. A fire slowly dying in the center. Stars above you so thick they look like someone spilled light across the sky. That is how every human who ever lived fell asleep. For 99% of our existence. No mattress, no melatonin, no white noise machine, no blackout curtains, nothing you currently rely on. And here is the part that should bother you. They slept better than you do. Not slightly better. Measurably, consistently, significantly better. And when you understand why, you will realize something uncomfortable. We did not evolve beyond the need for good sleep. We accidentally engineered the conditions that make it nearly impossible. Let's go back 300,000 years. The first anatomically modern humans. Same brain as yours. Same nervous system. Same wiring. If you brought one forward in time and put them in modern clothes, you could not tell the difference. They were us. Completely and biologically us. The only difference is their environment. And every single element of that environment was shaped by millions of years of evolution to do one thing. Help a human body sleep deeply and completely. We have spent 200 years replacing every one of those elements, and we are confused about why we cannot sleep. Here is what science actually found. Anthropologist Jerome Siegel studied 3 groups still living without electricity. The Hadza in Tanzania, the San in Namibia, the Taimano in Bolivia. He tracked their sleep with wrist monitors for months. The results surprised almost everyone. These groups averaged between 6.5 and 8.5 hours per night. They fell asleep 2 to 3 hours after sunset without trying. They woke naturally at sunrise without alarms. Their sleep efficiency was above 80%. The average person in a temperature-controlled bedroom on an expensive mattress scores closer to 70. People sleeping on the ground in the cold were sleeping better than you. And the reason comes down to signals. Signals our bodies evolved to rely on. Signals the modern world quietly removed. The first signal is temperature. Every group Siegel studied experienced a significant temperature drop through the night. No heating. Sometimes close to freezing. And that drop was not a hardship. It was the trigger. Your body is designed to fall asleep as external temperature falls. The drop outside triggers a drop in your core temperature, and that is one of the primary signals your brain uses to enter sleep. We built insulated heated bedrooms and accidentally removed one of the most powerful sleep triggers our biology has ever relied on. Now here is something that will sound strange. Ancient humans did not sleep the way you sleep. Not in one continuous block. The original pattern was different, and we have evidence. In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Wehr removed all artificial light from a group of volunteers for a month. No lamps, no screens, only natural light. Within 3 weeks, every single participant shifted to the same pattern. They slept for 4 hours. Then they woke up naturally in the middle of the night, not anxiously, just quietly awake. They lay in the darkness for 1 to 2 hours, calm and alert. Then they slept again for 4 more hours and woke with the light. 2 sleeps. Separated by a peaceful waking in the middle of the night. Wehr searched historical records and found this pattern everywhere. Medieval texts reference first sleep and second sleep as completely ordinary. Doctors from the 1400s wrote advice about what to do during the gap between them. This was normal human sleep for hundreds of thousands of years. Then, artificial light compressed it into one block. The quiet middle waking became labeled as a disorder. We gave it a name. We gave it medication. We told people to fix themselves. If you wake at 3 in the morning and cannot immediately sleep again, you might simply be running 300,000-year-old software. Now, what actually put ancient humans to sleep? 3 things, and we have eliminated all 3. The first was genuine physical exhaustion, not mental fatigue from sitting at a desk. Real exhaustion. Hunter-gatherer groups walk between 8 and 14 kilometers every single day. They carry heavy loads. They build, dig, climb, run. By the time the sun set, their bodies were completely spent. Sleep is recovery. If there is nothing to recover from, your body has no reason to insist on it. The second was fire. Firelight sits in the red and orange spectrum. Warm wavelengths. They do not significantly suppress melatonin, the hormone your brain uses to prepare for sleep. As the fire dimmed through the evening, the melatonin signal built steadily for hours. By the time people lay down, their bodies had been preparing for sleep since sunset. Your phone emits blue spectrum light, the same frequency as midday sun. Your brain cannot tell the difference between your screen at midnight and the sun at noon. Studies show 2 hours of screen exposure before bed suppresses melatonin by up to 22% and delays sleep by more than an hour. You lie in the dark, holding a device that is chemically telling your brain it is noon. The third thing was a social ritual for closing the day. Anthropologist Polly Weissner spent years with the Jew/Hoansi people of the Kalahari recording their conversations. During the day, the talk was practical: tracks, food, conflicts, logistics. But at night around the fire, 81% of conversation became story. Myths, jokes, tales of ancestors. Things with no urgency and no required response. This was the nervous system's closing ritual. The brain being fed narrative instead of problems. Permission to stop solving and simply receive. By the time stories wound down, the prefrontal cortex was quiet. The day was closed. We do not have this. Most people end their days consuming an unbroken stream of news, arguments, and notifications right until the phone goes face down. The problem-solving circuits never stop. And then we expect to fall asleep. Let me show you what the full night looked like. Sun goes down. Someone builds up the fire. The group gathers closer as the air cools. Practical talk fades. Someone begins a story. Children who have been running since dawn are already asleep in their parents' laps. The fire dims from orange to red to embers. The air is cold. The stars are extraordinary. By 9 or 10, the group moves into their shelter. One shared space. Everyone lying close together. Not because they prefer it, but because the warmth of the people beside you is real, and it matters. Sleep comes without effort. Body spent. Light fading for 3 hours. Nervous system closed by story. Air cool and dropping. Surrounded by people you trust completely. Around 2 in the morning, one person surfaces. Not urgently, just naturally awake. They tend the fire quietly. They lie in the dark with a drifting mind. No pressure, no agenda, just awareness in the silence. Then the second sleep comes again, deep and easy, until the light changes at the horizon. They wake when their body is ready. That is what we replaced. Every element working with 300,000 years of biology. The cooling air, the dying fire, the exhausted body, the stories that closed the day, the warmth of the people around them. We replaced it all with something that fights our biology every single night. Let the temperature drop. Get genuinely tired during the day. Use warm, dim light in the evening. Give your nervous system a story instead of a problem before bed. And if you wake in the night, rest in the dark without reaching for your phone. The second sleep will find you. They did not need to optimize their sleep. They just lay down in the darkness when the day was done, bodies used and minds gently closed, surrounded by the people they belonged to. And every morning, without an alarm, they woke up ready. We are the same species. We have just forgotten what we are.